The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, has mandated the demand and verification of tax clearance certificate as a precondition for business transactions in the FCT. Mr. Chinedum Elechi, the Mandate Secretary, Economic Planning, Revenue Generation and Public-Private Partnership Secretariat, FCT Administration, made this known at a news conference in Abuja.
I'm here today to announce that the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, CON, has approved implementation of Section 85 of the Personal Income Tax Act and Section 31 of the FCT Internal Revenue Service Act 2015. Both sections I have just mentioned provide for demand and verification of tax clearance certificate by federal government ministries, departments and agencies, commercial banks, and FCT secretariats, departments and agencies. So we're talking about MDAs and SDAs.
The Mandate Secretary added that Section 31 of the FCT-IRS Act equally makes TCC a precondition for transacting any business in the FCT.
Now, if you come to Section 85 of the PTA, it also provides that for purposes of obtaining a tax clearance, any person who gives incorrect information or obtains a tax clearance certificate through misrepresentation, forgery, or falsification is guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine of 50,000 naira plus twice the tax payable by him or her, or to imprisonment for 3 years or to both such fine and imprisonment. Similarly, a person, be it a government organization or corporate entity, to whom Section 85 applies, who fails to demand for or verify a tax clearance certificate, is guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine of 5 million naira only, or to imprisonment for 3 years, or both fine and imprisonment.
We have been preparing for this day, for this implementation. We have deliberately trained our employees in terms of customer service and on technical issues relating to how they relate to taxpayers. But apart from that also, we have a self-service portal. So we don't expect everyone to come into our offices. We expect that with all of this, you can stay in your home, in your office, file your returns, make your payment, and apply for your tax clearance certificate without coming into our offices or even having any physical relationship with any of our employees. So
the Mandate Secretary added that Section 31 of the FCT-IRS Act equally makes TCC a precondition for transacting any business in the FCT.
Consequently, all MDAs, commercial banks, and SDAs are required to A. Demand TCC from all taxpayers before providing them with any services, and B. Verify the authenticity of TCCs with FCT-IRS or other relevant tax authorities before providing service.
According to him, the primary mandate of the government is to provide security and welfare of the people, adding that this cannot be achieved if citizens do not pay their taxes.
On behalf of the FCT administration, we urge all individuals, corporations, corporate souls, trustees, or executors having an income which is chargeable with tax under any law to ensure that they pay their taxes, obtain their TCCs, and present them whenever required. Taxes are essential to the foundation of any government, and it's important that everyone pays their fair share. Payment of tax is a civic duty and responsibility.